one of the most biodiverse countries in the world, Costa Rica. Besides a varied landscape with volcanoes, this country is blessed with a rich and exotic wildlife and plant life, containing nearly 6% of the world's biodiversity. With a tropical climate all year round and warm ocean waters along its coast, it has become a mecca for sun lovers and ecotourists. While most people go to Costa Rica on an inclusive trip that only caters to one hotel or resort, I decided to do something a bit different. I'm going on a 30-day road trip to cover all of the iconic destinations in Costa Rica. And thanks to my new buddies at Nomad America, this rugged FJ cruiser with its pop-up tent will take us all the way from the pristine beaches of the Caribbean side, up the mountains to the volcanic region in the north, over to the Pacific coast, and down to the most remote part of Costa Rica, the Osa Peninsula. So, what are we waiting for? It's time to pack your bags and go with Ro to Costa Rica.
Costa Rica local time appears to be 2 o'clock.
Stuck in this customs line for like an hour and a half. Ugh, I'm hangry. I want food. After hours of waiting to get through customs, I was finally able to step outside and find that Nomad America was already there and ready to introduce me to my fully equipped car rental and home for the next month. This bad boy came fully stocked with everything needed for camping, cooking, and other essentials like this machete. Now I'm ready to start the long drive to the Caribbean coast. Or maybe not. San Jose traffic seems to have other plans in mind. Puerto Viejo is a 3 to 4 hour drive from the San Jose airport, and once you get out of the city, the narrow and curvy roads can be a bit treacherous at night. So we decided to hit up the grocery store for some food and then find a place to camp. Thanks to the iOverlander app, we found a secluded spot to pull over for the night. The only thing left to do was whip up a quick dinner in the dark and finally eat. Today, I learned my first lesson. The days are short in Costa Rica. With the sunset at 5:30 and pitch dark shortly after, my ambitious itinerary might be in trouble. The next morning, as I looked out of the tent, I was left in complete awe. I had no idea that I would be waking up to such an enchanting view of the mountains and all the different hues of green from the valley below. This is an incredibly unique way to experience Costa Rica, up close and personal. After packing up camp, I decided to continue the drive, taking the longer, more scenic route, fully taking in the views of the countryside. We are so close. If there's one place that all visitors should go in Costa Rica, it's Puerto Viejo. Unlike other parts of the country which are packed with tourists, this town is a hidden gem. With residents of both Afro-Caribbean and indigenous descent, this laid-back beach town has a unique charm of its own. Whether you're looking for healthy dining, surf lessons, spotting wild animals, or just relaxing in the solitude of the jungle or its stunning beaches, this is the ultimate tropical vacation destination. We made it to the treehouse! All right, let's go in and check it out! On the edge of the Gandoca Manzanillo Wildlife Refuge, you'll find the Treehouse Lodge. This little oasis is consistently voted one of the top 5 treehouse accommodations in Costa Rica. The first floor of the house is built around a 100-year-old sangrio tree with an open-air living room, kitchen, and bathroom. The toilet and shower are literally built into the trunk of a tree. There's also a quaint terrace out back with couches, tables, barbecue area, and a flame-heated hot tub. Take the hanging bridge up to the lookout and the second-story master bedroom. You can walk all around this beautiful 10-acre property and spot countless species of tropical birds, sloths, and monkeys playing in the trees. And you'll eventually run into the other 5 cabins that are spread around the property. Like this cute little hut that is in the perfect location, just steps from the beach. Or, if you're looking for something a little more unique, this repurposed school bus might be the ideal accommodation for you. Now that I've gotten all settled in, it's time to go find a place for dinner. Luckily, just a few steps down the road, I found a pizza joint. I love that I'm walking into my treehouse with a pizza bus. Now I just need to find my way to the bedroom and get some shut-eye. It's a brand new day and we're starting it off with an 8:30 a.m. snorkeling tour. I've heard the snorkeling is supposed to be fantastic in this area, so I was excited to get going. And then I heard an all too familiar sound.
And there's more of the fan belt. We're not gonna make it, guys. There is an upside to all this. And that is this. Could not have broken down in a better spot, honestly.
This is Playa Negra, also known as the Black Sand Beach. This odd color of the sand is due to the rich content of the iron released from the volcanoes. So, the plan now is to just hang tight and wait for a mechanic to show up and rescue us from this terrible fate. Even with the unexpected car issues, today was a good day. I got to play on the beach and even go into town and find a laid-back vegetarian restaurant right on the water. This was everything I was looking for to quench my thirst and feed my hunger. And help did finally show up, but it was still too late for the snorkeling tour. But that's okay, because there's always tomorrow.
Really enjoying your trip.
You're
welcome.
Back at the treehouse, I had a friendly visitor. After a brisk shower with my new buddy, I got ready to hit the town for the last time in Puerto Viejo.
corredera. En el barrio La Cachimba se ha formado la corredera. Y allí fueron los bomberos con sus campanas, sus sirenas. Y allí fueron los bomberos con sus campanas, sus calabogas.
The next day came all too fast, and it was my last day to try and do this snorkeling tour that I've missed the last 2 days.
I don't think we're gonna snorkel today.
The forecast showed thunderstorms and rain all day with no break in the weather.
The tour guide sent me a voice message on WhatsApp and said, hey, come on in, we'll be fine. We're gonna go in a little bit, it's gonna just let up.
As skeptical as I was, the captain and tour operator convinced me to get on this boat and go out in the storm. It would be the least to say that I wasn't happy. Being cold and wet is not my ideal vacation. So we decided to stop at Cahuita National Park to wait out the rain. This park is protected and you have to hire a guide to bring you. On a nice day, the hiking here is unlike any other, but today was not one of those days. And when the rain didn't stop, I realized that the warmest place was actually underwater. So I busted out the snorkeling gear, and although the visibility wasn't great, I got to see plenty of marine life. In this area, you can find 120 different species of fish and mollusks, 35 different kinds of coral, and 40 crustacean species. I made the executive decision to cut the snorkel trip short. I was just so cold and hungry, I wanted to take a bite out of that lobster. In the end, I opted for a more traditional dish called a casado. This hearty dish consists of rice, beans, fried plantains, and an optional protein. After eating and getting some snacks to go, I had one thing left to do, and that was to celebrate my birthday with a nice glass of champagne, a relaxing massage in the rainforest, followed by an evening soaking in the rainwater hot tub surrounded by nature. Subscribe and stay tuned for the next episode as I head north to the mountainous region of Alajuela, staying at the famous Tabacon Hot Springs, camping above waterfalls, and getting my adrenaline pumping with all of the must-do activities. Thanks for watching Go with Ro.